President Bassini, I want to thank you for helping me organize this meeting here today. And also the other heads of the 5 families from New York and New Jersey. Carmine Cuneo from the Bronx and Brooklyn. Philip Tattaglia. From Staten Island, we have with us Victor Strachey and all the other associates that came as far as from California, Kansas City, and all the other territories of the country. Thank you. How did things ever get so far? I don't know. It was so unfortunate, so unnecessary. Natalia lost the son. I lost the son. We're quits. And if Natalia agrees, then I'm willing to let things go on the way they were before.
Yeah, you heard it. It is time for the sit-down. Ron and Fez in here on a Sunday afternoon because, well, let's face it, in the history of radio, there's been a lot of message boards dedicated to radio shows. But this is the first time ever in history a radio show was dedicated to the message boards to try to figure out what is going on here. Now, Fezzy, I had no idea there was a problem. We heard from Mafia Life Chris, it was a time for unity. He wanted to have a unity party to bring all the message boards into to being as one. And there was some unity after that of people lining up against Mafia Life Chris. So Chris asked if we could take it upon ourselves to bring all the different message boards together for one day. Now, here's who we got coming in today. RonFez.net, RonandFezFans.com. That's also Spread the Iris. FullBlownAIDS.com. Whackbag will be represented. RadioGoldFans.com. RFComb.com. I don't even know what that one is.
That's Ron Fez Couples Only Message Board.
Okay, Ron Fez Couples Only Message
all right.
Boards. FuckTheBagNFBA.com. And RonandFezShow.net, which is also where Dr. Steve hangs out. All right, so there you have it. Never before in the history of radio has anyone attempted. The UN could not pull this off, but we're going to bring all these folks in here together and try to see if we can have a sit-down and figure out what goes on out there on the goddamn internet, because I have no ideas.
I didn't realize it had gotten this bad, that things were so fractured, so disunified.
Do you realize that once we bring all these people in this room, if I shot them all in the back of the head, I'd be able to get to bed on a decent time every night. I wouldn't be up going, what are they saying about me? What is that supposed to mean?
It may still be an option today.
So we're going to bring them in. Why don't we do this as we get this started, and maybe a little later on we will we'll take some calls. I'm not sure about it because here's the thing: the folks that are in here are now going to be face to face today. It's not like message boards where everybody can write mean things or callers being able to call in and say mean things. These are going to be human beings sitting down talking to other human beings. So let's bring in. What I want to do is bring everybody from each board in one at a time and let them tell everybody who doesn't know what their board's about. But let's start this with the guy who asked for unity from RonandFezFans.com. It's Mafia Life Chris. And here comes Chris into the room. How are you, Christopher?
Mr. Unity.
Yeah, got to turn his mic on. All right, there we go. Chris, nice to see you, buddy.
What's going on?
This is because of you. You asked for unity, and then you felt like you didn't get it?
Yeah, basically.
Why did you feel the need to unify all the boards, to bring all the boards together?
Well, it's a lot of personal fighting going on that I don't believe should be happening.
You don't believe it should be happening?
No, I don't think the personal fighting should be, pushed onto the boards that there to be some type of control or moderating of the personal stuff.
So you think there should be somebody to go around and check and say, you kids be good all the time?
It's the moderator's job. That's a message board, text, and it's, there's like a structure. There's a moderator.
But the thing is, you don't have power of what happens over any of the other boards.
No, not at all. Each owner, I guess, would create its own policy.
The way you run your board, everybody's nice to each other.
Well, they disagree, but have some sort of respect. They don't go take it to the personal. They,
In your opinion, which board starts all the trouble here?
Fuck the bag and FBA.
All right, fuck the bag and FBA. Goatweed is going to be in here in just a little bit to defend us. What are they doing to you, Chris? How do they make your life so bad?
Well, I mean, they don't make my in an internet sense, in a message board sense, and a community of fans. I'm saying they like to take it over the line, or what I would consider the line, where instead of just saying, hey, I disagree about that, I didn't like that person on there, it's more like, fuck that person's mother, and, I hope they die, And
that's too far for you.
Well, if you would take real life pictures and, and you talk about, like...
They had pictures of your mother over there?
No, they had pictures of, like, Frenchie, and, like...
and that's your girlfriend?
Yeah. Anybody who's a loved
maybe
one.
even fiance.
Perhaps.
All right, that's what we're hoping. So this is a pre-engagement.
We'll
pre-engagement.
Yeah.
You're right now before you're ready to announce the pre-engagement.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's almost to a promise ring.
All right, which would be great. Promise hearings would be great. So they're your biggest problem in life right now, and that's why you asked for the unity party.
On the boards, yes.
Yeah. I don't. I don't.
All right,
You have other problems in life.
I wish they would just go away, I guess.
All right, so they're the biggest problem for you. None of the other boards bother you at all.
The FBA, I would say, a good 70% bother me.
All right, 70% of FBA bothers you.
I think it's funny because those 70% are the people, lurking from fuck the bag.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So there is people who are into both boards.
Yeah, I mean, I post on all the boards.
There's some unity, I guess.
So why, it always makes me interested. You post on all the boards, you're free to do that, right?
Yeah.
And you were on ronfez.net for a long time. Why start your own board? Why wasn't that enough for you?
Well, I felt uncomfortable.
All right.
They start making you feel, or one person or another will make someone feel uncomfortable.
On ronfez.net, you were made to feel uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Who made you? Do you remember?
They got not really.
Not really. But various people.
Yeah, pretty much.
And what would they say about you, Chris?
Well, at the time, I would say they were swaying people against my business.
Right.
I would do a sponsorship with the show. I would want people to join my my business, and then I'd go on there, and they would, in my opinion, do the opposite of what my advertisement would say. Right. So that's not good for me, obviously.
So you thought, the hell with that, I'm going to go start my own board, and then it'll be a nicer place.
In this particular case, that's not how it started.
Right.
This is just, we just figured that...
You're tired of the negativity.
Yeah.
You thought, I'm going to have a nice positive board.
Frenchie had the idea. She's been a fan for such a long time, and I remember we sat up and thought of the slogan and stuff, and then Iris has always been one of my favorite callers on the show, and she mentioned that we seen it on a shirt, blah blah blah. I was like, oh, we should start our own board, but it didn't have anything.
So you actually saw it on a shirt before you got the idea for the name.
Yeah, sure.
All right, that's brilliant. I gotta remember to write that way myself.
Look at more shirts.
Yeah. By the way,
stickers.
By the way, Fezzy, I got a new bit I call "Shit Happens."
Oh,
I think you'll like it.
Can't wait to hear it.
In your view, a positive world would be everybody's nice to each other, everybody joins mafia life, everybody says good things. That would be great, right?
Idealistically.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you happy with your board and the way it's going?
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
All right. This is Mafia Life, Chris Fez. And he is Ron and Fez fans or spreadtheiris.com.
Yeah.
And he's the guy who asked for Unity Party. And we will come back to him later and find out, why, what each person did to kind of ruin the Unity Party. Let's bring Mikey Boy in from ronfez.net. Here he is. And I don't know what happened with Mikey Boy, but he really has stopped shaving and combing his hair. He was so well kept.
And now, for some reason, a few years too late, grunge.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's to me, it's always 94. It's never 94 enough. Mikey boy, ronfez.net. What is the philosophy there?
The philosophy is to support the show, and we've been around longer than any of the other boards, so we're kind of sort of
longer than any of the other boards.
Well, any other boards supporting Ron and Fez.
Okay.
I mean, I know Whackbag's been around for longer, but I don't think they had a Ron and Fez forum until you guys were on XM.
Okay. So you feel like, at least in the Ron and Fez world, granddaddy of them all.
Maybe, yeah, sure.
What does it feel like to you now? It was like ronfez.net and Whackbag for a long time, right?
Uh-huh.
What did it feel like when all the other boards started sprouting up there?
I was actually very supportive of that, actually, because not everyone fits on every board, and everyone's got to find their own board. I think it's gotten a little out of control because there are something like 11 boards now.
Right.
But yeah, I think
that's a lot.
It helps people to find a place where they're comfortable and they can listen to the show and stuff like that. So it's fine.
I'm glad that you brought that up because I should say the people who declined, everybody that was offered, posttours.net said we decline to join this. We want no part of it. What reason did they give, Dave?
They don't want any part of it. They're a small board. They don't want to be involved in the troubles, as they're calling it.
It's very Irish. I like that.
And if anyone from Post Tours did come, the ramifications would be permanent banning.
Wow.
So
they are really a secret society over there.
Right.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Third Tier and Francus, they had some problems
They
as
don't
well.
have the muscle?
No.
They don't have the extra person
No,
that
they
can come
don't.
over? Or are they shy boards?
No, I think that they just did not have the muscle at this particular time.
Now, why was everybody so mean to Mafia Life Chris when he was on there?
To be honest,
Fez.net.
I think some people believed that he was just coming on to shill his product too much, and
it's all he wanted to do.
Well, that's some people saw how some people saw it. When he came on the board, they a lot of times thought he had some kind of ulterior motive.
All right, so you're saying we're here to support the radio show, and he's saying, hey, I'm also here to support my products, the stuff that I'm into.
Right.
What was the initial feeling about Unity Party on ronfez.net?
It was kind of divided. Some people thought it was kind of dumb. Because it's really kind of unnecessary in some respects, because anytime there's a Ron and Fez party, and I'm not talking about necessarily the board-supported ones, but there's an event,
right.
It really is the equivalent of a Unity party, because everyone is welcome, everyone shows up. A good example would be the Big Ass Bash, where you had people from every board that existed at the time. People were getting along. I saw people from boards that were supposed to be enemies buying drinks for each other.
Right.
And that works. When you have an actual event, you just say, let's have a party. Really is sort of what he intends the Unity Party to be.
Don't you also think that a lot of people that fight on the boards don't necessarily fight in real life?
For the most part, yes. There are some people with really serious animosity towards each other and do kind of pretty awful things to each other, but I think that's really a small minority.
All right, but other than everybody wanting to beat up Matty Fridays, don't you think everyone else can get along pretty well?
More or less, yeah. More or
Okay.
less.
So for you, this sit-down, silly idea?
Kind
unnecessary?
Yeah, kind of unnecessary.
Yeah. And that was a large contingent on ronfez.net? Felt it was silly or dumb?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
I said about half and half.
Half and half? Okay.
It was, there was a poll that was kind of skewed against the Unity Party, but I happen to know that a few people who had multiple screen names voted a whole bunch of times.
Oh.
That's why,
about half.
Well, we'll bring this up because a lot of the boards some boards are positive about some things, some boards are negative about other things.
Right.
All right. Thanks for being on here, Mikey. We'll get back to you.
Can I say one thing that I just wanted to put out? I've never actually mentioned this before, but Chris was noting that he got the Spread the Iris name from a T-shirt.
Yeah.
That was actually our T-shirt, Chris. Did you realize? Thanks. We've got Spread the Iris in the back of one of our T-shirts now.
All right. Hold on. Go ahead with that.
I said Frenchie was obviously a big poster on ronfez.net for a long time.
Right.
And so, when I thought that I had this crazy idea, she goes, oh, no. So you know that shirt that has, I believe, Ron on one nipple and Fez on the other
So
nipple?
you thought you had the idea, and then later you found out.
She goes, no, that's on one of my shirts.
Right.
And
So you thought you invented an idea.
Well, I like the name. I wanted to mix it with Iris and, I do the Spread the Virus.
But you can understand why some people...
Someone else thought about it first, obviously.
Right. But, like, if you decided, hey, I'm going to start a new site, Coca-Cola, you could see that people would be upset about that.
No, but I would think Coca-Cola would come to me and say, I don't like that, and then I would have, of course, just changed the name.
Right. So you wait until you hear, and then you adjust.
I would have, yes.
Okay. So there he is, Mikey boy. He was just waiting for a cease and desist, and then he would have done the right thing. All right, so there he is, Mikey boy from ronfez.net. Now from Whackbag, which has been around even longer than ronfez.net. Here's the Zagman. How are you, Zag?
Hey, Zagman.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Nice to see you, man.
You too, you too.
Thanks for coming in today. Give us the Whackbag stuff, because so many of the boards have started because they were with Whackbag. They were Whackbag members. Then they went their own way.
Whackbag's pretty much the longest running O&A message board. It's been 9 years or so now.
Right.
And I think at one point there was a Ron and Fez forum that the previous admin before me had put on, taken off. And then once you guys came to XM, we decided, there's a lot of crossover members that wouldn't, necessarily go and join other boards that might, want to post about Ron and Fez on our board.
And then you also gave me the most fabulous present in the history of the world, the line of the day. And then above that, the line of the day book. So I can't say enough nice things about you. What did it feel like to you when you saw these other boards sprouting up? A lot of them saying, we're starting this because we can't do what we want to do at Whackbag.
Just like Mikey Boy, we were all for it. Because almost exactly what he said. Not everybody fits into our board or into his board or into any other board. So we encourage people to go to other boards and post.
So do you guys have to police the boards? People don't know about that, but there's stuff that, if you even allowed to be printed, you guys could end up being sued for, I guess, right? You have to keep an eye on stuff.
We keep an eye on stuff. As far as the actual content, that's all in our disclaimers as far as, that's owned by the person that posted it.
Right.
Obviously, there are some things when something breaks on the internet and, that person is going and suing sites for having that up, we're pulling that stuff down. But we do police it as far as the content and as far as keeping things not personal and just mainly show related.
Okay, so one of the things Dave also wanted to bring up is Whackbag is probably the most negative Dave board.
That is pretty much the general consensus.
And that's where I go for my fix of, I'm mad at Dave today, and then I read that, and then I feel better about myself. Do you do that also, Dave?
No, I don't.
No, you don't do that.
No.
You don't get the same amount of joy out of it.
No,
that
I'm
I do.
actually currently banned from Whackbag.
No,
actually, you're not, Dave. You said that on the air the other day, and I posted a screen cap from the administrator panel that has you actually in the staff user group, which has more privileges than.
But my
regular
computer
members.
at home won't allow me. Maybe.
Why did you feel he's never been banned?
Nope.
Yeah.
Because my computer at home would not let me sign in.
Yeah.
Swear.
Under your Eastside Dave account?
Yeah, swear to Jesus.
Okay.
And I don't swear to Jesus if I'm not telling the truth.
I've heard you do it a lot of times.
Yeah.
Dave.
No.
I'm not going to lie to you. I have heard you do it constantly. Zag, is there anything that you think there's any reason for a unity party?
I think it's a good idea for people to meet face to face instead of, like you said, arguing back and forth on a message board. It always helps when you see the person that that you're turning around and calling a cunt in the background.
Right. Good point there too. You really should see people that you call cunt, no doubt about it.
Words to live by.
All right, Zag, we're going to move you over there also, and we'll keep this thing rolling along. Here from fullblownaids.com, it's Uncle Inky. Oh, Inky! Here he comes.
Hi, Uncle Inky. Thanks for being
What's
here
up,
for the
guys?
sit-down.
Nice to see you, Uncle Inky.
How you doing?
Full blown AIDS. What's the idea there behind this board?
I think Bronx Johnny said it best. We're the Wild West.
Yeah.
We're about freedom. Do what you want. It's the internet.
Anybody can do anything they want on your board.
As long as you're not going to get yourself arrested or get us arrested.
Right.
There's no need to protect somebody from text.
So no matter what is said, somebody could go on there, say mean things about Uncle Inky, whatever.
Absolutely. And
what
they
does
do.
it matter?
Exactly. I don't care.
So for you, the other boards, they're a little too censored, they're a little too tight, a little too controlled.
Well, again, it's their board. They can do what they want with their board.
Right.
If that works for them.
And
again,
you
like
also
I was saying, whatever's a good fit for you.
You also post a lot of different places, right?
I post everywhere.
Yeah. And you get along with everybody?
I try to.
How do you feel about this unity party?
I think Mikey Boy said it best. Every party I go to, I'm hanging out with people from everywhere.
You have no problems with it. I also want to point out to people.
I do think that it's is unimportant. What I'm saying is every party we go to is a unity party.
No matter what it is.
Right. So to try and put something together and say, oh, look what I did, it's bullshit.
So you think Chris has had a stupid idea?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Now, just that idea or all the other ideas that he has?
Many bad ideas.
So that's just the start of that.
Yes, tip of the iceberg.
I also want to point this out to people. This fullblownaids.com is not a medical site. I've talked to 2 people there who thought they could get some help.
No, and you'll rarely get help with anything.
Right. Nobody will help you. No. But you also have a little spot for Jay Moore.
Oh, absolutely. Well, Jay's a big porn fan, so we try and help him out there.
Is a lot of the point of you being on the internet, was it to meet women with low self-esteem?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
That's part of, it's part of the
Interesting.
industry I'm in, so it was a good jumping point.
Same reason I get into radio. Isn't it? It's always
Wow.
what drives us all.
Weird.
Yes.
You know what I can't stand is women with high self-esteem. It's confusing. It really is.
It is. I'm having issues now personally with it, but I'm trying.
All right, Uncle Inky, we'll come back to you in a little. By the way, you said, wait, Dave wants to represent our board. I will not let it happen.
No, he could represent it. I wanted to be here to at least hold the leash.
Right. Because
Dave, I love you. You're fucking crazy.
Right. I mean, that's subjective, but yeah. But I mean, I'm a moderator there. I take it very seriously, as I am taking this sit down very seriously as well.
Absolutely.
All right, Inky, thank you so much.
Thank you, Uncle Inky.
Fezzy, let's move on now to RadioGoldFans.com. And here comes Lee Mells. How are you, Lee?
Good. How you doing?
There was some confusion that your site was called Radio Golf Fans for a while.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And I thought I go, what a terrible idea, golf on the radio. And then I found out, I think we're involved in it. So that is a better idea than I thought. Radio Gold Fans, why that name?
Because XM Radio Gold isn't allowed to be that name.
Oh.
You initially had XM in the first name, and they put a block on it?
Basically.
Yeah. So, Radio Gold Fans. And this is a fairly new board, right?
Yeah, we started November 12th.
Now, before that, you were where?
FBA.
All right, what happened when you were at FBA? Why did you need to keep breaking off?
I was a big part of FBA. I supported FBA 1,000,000% all the time. I still love mostly everybody there.
What went wrong?
I had a little issues with one of the guys that runs FBA.
Was it Inky?
No.
You and Inky are still cool?
Yeah, I was hanging out with Inky Friday.
All right, nice. All right, so again, you didn't set up your board to, all right, we're going to try to get even with any of the other boards. You just wanted to take you and your friends to your own spot.
Basically have a board where you could do what you want, and if it gets out of hand, we move it to a certain section. But, I was forced pretty much to deal with not being able to do, or not being able to not say what I want.
We just heard it was the Wild West.
It's the Wild West, but you have to follow somebody's rules.
All right, so it's like Wild West in 1849. Once suddenly now San Francisco has been set up as a city.
Yeah, kind of.
All right, there you go. All right, Lee Mells, there he goes. Radio Gold Fans, not Radio Golf Fans. So if you're looking for golf tips, not the place to go. Fezzy, let's bring in the person who's known as having the best ass in the business. It's our own Solera. She comes from rfcomb.com. Couples only message board. Hello, Solera.
Hi.
Why the need to have a couples only message board?
Well, we needed a place where couples and fans of the show could get together without the distractions of dirty single people,
right?
Who are there only to push themselves on your spouse and interrupt the flow of you enjoying the show. And the couples only message board is all about keeping the relationship together.
Do you feel like a lot of people on the other boards will never get married?
Yes.
Or being
I
a
do.
couple?
Yeah, I do. And it's very important. Before you join RFComb, you have to make sure you're with the right person. Fez, I'm talking to you.
Yes.
So hopefully you and Coco will move forward in your relationship, because you only get one shot at RFComb. Once you break up...
Oh, I had no idea.
That's it. You're banned and shunned.
Well, that's
for
bad,
life.
That's bad news for Fuzzy Butt.
Yeah.
Really bad news for her.
Well, no, they didn't join as a couple.
Oh, so
Skidmark is a member of RF Comb
with
his chick, his new chick. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, okay.
Yes. But if they break up, they will be banned and shunned.
Now, I will say this: so far, this is the only board I haven't visited yet.
It is a great board.
Yeah, I haven't.
There's a forum where you can post pictures of your pets.
Oh God, this is awful.
There's a forum for pictures of your kids where Alki judges if they are as attractive as Colin, and if they're not, he orders you to destroy your child and create one that is worthy. There's a lot of forums at RF Comb.
So I'm going to say you guys seem to be like Martha Stewart, really nice. So you must have been very happy about the Unity Party.
No, I wasn't happy about the Unity Party.
Not at all. Why is that?
I think it trivializes a lot of the issues that are going on behind the scene and puts them on air when nobody needed to know about them.
I see. So stuff goes on no matter what, you're saying?
Of course.
And it should never have been brought up on the air?
Nope.
Now, would it surprise you that what happens on a lot of these message boards, people go, well, I'll take this to Ron and Fez, even though we don't belong to any of the boards?
It's fascinating to me that anyone would bother either of you with anything going on the boards. I try not to. I try not to call the show with it. I think I was involved last year during Alki's banning situation with Riley Luck.
Oh, yeah.
And I do recall my first words were, I am mortified and embarrassed that I have to be part of this conversation.
I remember you being so humiliated.
By the way, I want to give Lee Mells all the credit in the world for never bringing up his problems to me. He really is able to go on with his life and fix and adjust things without going, Ron, do you know who this is? I don't know, all those things. Because I really don't belong to any of the boards. So you feel like Chris brings up stuff that doesn't belong on the air, and again, that's kind of what got him in trouble with Mikey Boy to begin with. It stuff that really doesn't need to be talked about.
I mean, there's two levels. There's a whole section of people who only know Chris because they hear him pushing a product on air, and obviously it's his right to do so. It's your right to have him on and say, join Mafia Life or whatever. And then there's a whole other section of people who are, legitimately pissed about some shit that's been said or done to them at events or in public or even on the board. And then, to have some I got to call him a moron, come here and say, let's have a party and forget. Bygones be bygones. It's just ridiculous. I'm a member of all boards, even Whackbag, though I'm also banned. And the reason you can't log on to Whackbag is because your wife is banned. So.
Oh, same computer.
All right.
Yeah, same computer.
So, I've for 6 years have managed to be part of every board and never once go out in public and say, oh, I'm only going to hang out with the ronfez.net people here. It's never happened.
And you would let anyone buy you a drink?
Yes, I would. I call them my angels of Patron.
That's very sweet.
My little unicorns.
Yeah. So you feel like if Chris would have said to everybody here, let's stop all this fighting, I'm sorry about this or whatever, then you might be a little more up for a unity party.
No, I think if he would have just said STI is throwing a party and put out an invite like everyone else does when they're having a party, maybe pick the date and a location. I don't know. We're going through all this conversation and hoopla over a party that we don't even know when, where it's going to happen.
Well, Bronx Johnny got the call, so that's he's already locked in. All right, so would it be okay for you if Chris and Frenchie join rfcomb.com?
Yes, but they have to be sure, because if they break up, that's it. It's over for them.
That'll be it. One time only shot.
And you can't pretend to be in a relationship either, because you have a 24-hour period to put up pictures of yourself as a couple. Mm-hmm. And every so often, without notice, we can ask for a topical and current picture so that people aren't sliding under the radar.
This is
it's important.
This is the exact opposite of the Wild West.
Mm-hmm.
This is more like
fake dirty singles pretending to be couples on RF Comb.
This is a gated community.
Yeah, this is a country club, Fez. It's like one of those Upper East Side apartment buildings that's so tough to get into.
We take our message boarding very seriously at RF Comb.
All right, let me go over to Chris. Chris, would you and Frenchie ever want to join RF Comb?
Sure. Actually, I am a member there.
You are already a member?
Yeah, I signed up and got pretty much ridiculed.
All right, so you said wherever you go, people are mean to you.
Yeah, that's all. It doesn't really matter what I say. Say, hey guys, how you doing? Just want to say hi to the board, And then they bring up whatever is the, hey, it's fun to make fun of whatever the topic is at the time.
Right.
That I did, that they feel they didn't like, or they're ribbing on is what gets brought up. Make you feel uncomfortable, and then you don't want to post it.
Did that happen to you before the internet? Like, were you like the guy people picked on in your old neighborhood? It only started for you for the internet.
Yeah, I mean, I think a big part of it, obviously, is the whole, since I created a fake Mafia RPG LARPing site, and people are and then I have to stay in character, and the Mafia Life Chris, character is like the administrator on that board.
I say,
they're not allowed to be in character. They're not even. They're not allowed to be out of character on that game.
Right.
And so then, and I'm doing that all day.
I see.
So sometimes that may carry over. And
are you in character right now?
No.
Oh.
Do I look like one?
I don't know. I'm just trying
Sounds
to guess.
it.
I didn't know. I didn't know the in character thing. So now, do you understand, Solera, that sometimes he's in character, and maybe you're judging his mafia character, not his real?
I've never judged him.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't like the name of the stupid party.
Yeah, Solera is not really one to judge. I mean, at that time, I think I was having some problems with FBA, and so whoever was on FBA at the time, once I joined, I didn't join with Frenchie.
Your biggest problem is FBA?
Maybe at the time.
Yeah.
Now it's fuck the bag. But maybe that's it. And I didn't realize that. Maybe I didn't come in with Frenchie as a couple. And so
RFCom only started around the time Radio Gold Fan started, so I think you're confusing my board with another board. RFCom is a spoof site that was started when the 3 other sites started about 4 or 5 months ago.
I joined.
Oh, then I forgot you. I'm sorry.
I would
I've
like
never
to. I
seen
would like
your
to be
membership.
active on that board with Frenchie. We have to still, I guess, take a picture and prove that we're.
Yes,
yeah,
you
take a
have to
picture
prove.
when you get home tonight. All right, thank you, Solera.
I'll move out.
Well, Fezzi, let's now bring in our only Emmy Award winner. The only and this really hurts. Out of all the message boards, this is really our only Emmy winner, and it's Martin from Ron and Fez Show.net.
Good afternoon.
How are you, Martin?
Good. How you guys doing?
I noticed nobody's brought your board up so far.
No, and we've been around since about 2001, although the URLs changed a little bit.
You've changed a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
What is the philosophy of your board?
Well, we're basically against people calling in the show, plugging things, and bringing the show completely down and just dead.
So you really...
Except for Dr. Steve. Then.
Yeah, you like
Right?
Dr. Steve.
Dr. Steve's the best.
So your board is one of the ones that hates regulars.
Not regulars, just Mafia Life Chris.
All right, so Mafia Life Chris not liked by you?
No, because most of the time when he calls in, it stops the show.
Stops the show cold.
Stops the show cold.
Because he starts selling rather than just talking
just
about
talking,
the show.
Right, just being fun.
But one thing, and I think all the boards can agree on this, is that everyone hates Sheepy. And I don't know why.
Oh, yeah.
But it's really sad for him.
Yeah.
And he'll
Talk
never,
about unity.
And he'll never be able to join the couples board.
Oh, no.
We're also against people picking on Dave, too. All
right, so this is
inordinate amount of
this is one of
picking
the
on
pro
Dave.
Dave boards.
Yes, pro Dave.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Such a great board.
Are most of the boards pro Dave or anti Dave?
I would say most. No, I would say half and half.
Yeah.
I would say Whackbag, Chris's awful site, and Radio Gold fans all hate me.
Radio Gold fans hate you. How come?
They just think I'm a douchebag.
Right.
You know, there's not a lot of specifics, Mr. B.
I might be finally joining a board.
No, but I mean, seriously,
Gold fans.
it's discouraging to be disliked by them because I used to.
I
like
know,
them,
because
though.
you're moving into sheepy territory.
Right.
And your board not as big as getting yourself out there. You're not always looking to generate new members.
Not always. No,
you're kind of a smaller board and like it that way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Martin. So, would you be going to the Unity board with the Unity party?
Party?
Yeah.
When's the party?
I don't know. February.
February?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No. But there's a
not.
possibility you might go.
Possibility. Maybe, I don't know.
All right, there you go. Now, did you know that they don't like you over there, Chris?
Yeah.
And do you think that's because of you're in character?
They don't like anyone who plugs.
Who plugs,
I mean,
basically.
being
Yeah, they
a plug
came,
hole
tried
is
to
really
plug.
a problem for a lot of people. I mean, but at the same time, I'm sure you can go on every board and see choice people
Mafia Life
plugging,
Chris plugged somewhere.
and it really is selective to me. So anyone who says that is like,
Why you, though, Chris? What is it about you?
know. I really don't know.
All right.
Maybe we can find out.
Are you curious to find out today?
Sure.
Okay. All right, thanks, Martin.
All right,
and congratulations on the Emmy.
Thank you.
The only Emmy. Now, Fezzi, let's bring up the wild card. This has got to be the most anti-board of them all because look at the title fuckthebagandfba.com. The old Goatweed, welcome.
Hi, Goatweed.
Nice.
Goatweed, the reason your board exists is to not like other boards?
Not necessarily other boards, just board people who post, say, in a moronic fashion or just some kind of, they do something crazy and they need to be called out on it.
All right, so at first, you belonged to Whackbag.
A long time ago for about 10 minutes.
Oh, then you didn't. Why did you want to leave there?
Oh, I didn't. I was banned.
Why did you get banned? Do you remember?
Offhand, no.
No. Zagman, do you remember him being part of your board? I know you've been through a lot of people.
That was before I was in charge.
Yeah,
That was a long time ago.
And the banning probably came from personal attacks or whatever.
I have
no, I did.
idea.
You can't even recall.
Nah, it was a
but
long time
probably
ago.
something of the wrong attitude or
Yeah,
whatever.
most likely. Yeah.
So then you went to the Wild West, FBA.
No, actually, not a member there.
I never were a member
No.
there. So why would you put in there fuck the bag and FBA?
Well, it's not. This board isn't my site. It's actually admin by Dumb Douchebag and Sin Fiction.
No, that their real names?
As far as I know, could be.
Okay. And do you know why they don't like the bag and FBA?
It actually, the board started out as a joke. It was just a place where maybe 5 of us were there and just laughing, pointing, laughing. Look at this one. Look at that one.
Yeah.
Apparently, some people took upon themselves to note it and actually attacked our site. We don't know who, but it was hacked. So once Dumb Douchebag saw that, he said, people are starting to take notice of this, so we kind of made it a real board. And
All right,
people
so
started
first,
joining up.
just a couple of buddies hanging out, having fun, and the next thing you know, becomes a real board.
Pretty much.
How do you guys feel about Chris?
Well, we don't like him.
Don't like him at all?
Can't really say there's one Chris fan on the board.
All right. So, Chris, the one thing that we're finding out here is a general dislike for you.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't see anybody being liked actually on that board. They like each other.
Yeah,
right.
It's kind of hard. We like people. We like Mikey Boy. And,
I guess. And I guess everyone here is raising their hand.
All right, so
so they're all liked.
So everybody is like there but you.
It's yeah. Me and Frenchie.
Oh, Lee Mells, you're not like there?
Lee Mells is a mental patient.
Yes.
Entitled mental threats. And I think that was a little bit before Chris was hated on that site.
All right, now why don't you guys like Lee Mells?
Lee can be a little harsh. He can be a little rough.
Yeah.
Out there. So, he does things and people note it and they start pointing and laughing.
Now that you sit in this room, you don't have a problem with Lee, though, right?
No.
It's more or less just internet fun?
Absolutely.
Now, some of this internet fun, you can see, somebody like Chris, they literally do get hurt. You really get hurt from this stuff.
I wouldn't say hurt at the time. I think that my business gets hurt. And I think that affects my, and occasionally if it's something over the top, like, a picture of Frenchie in the nude or something, I would get hurt. I mean, anyone that attacks my loved ones.
Do you ever put pictures of his loved ones up nude?
I don't personally. I know some people have, and some people have made videos and whatnot, and it actually recently has come to light that it's gotten a bit creepy, and it has been noted on the board.
So is that something that you would take care of?
Not me personally.
Right.
I've actually done my share of laughing, and, I'm not going to lie, it's been funny.
Right.
But if it does cross a certain personal line, me personally, I don't think it should go. Like, if it affects his personal life.
Right.
That shouldn't happen,
wouldn't
but-
you say that would affect someone's personal life? Their line is different.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I absolutely understand what you're saying. Let me go over to Mikey Boy. Would you allow pictures of like this on your board or a video?
No, we don't allow that kind of thing.
Would anybody be okay with that except for Fuck the Bag? Is that the only place that you can get away with this? Let's go over to Inky in the Wild West.
Let's just say that it would probably take a while before we actually noticed it.
All right, so...
Okay.
All right, now, is that stoner talk, Inky, or is this...
No,
Are you just saying you don't really look at it a lot?
Look, he didn't go in and take the pictures in his sleeve. She got it out there, so kind of her fault. So if it gets out there, you're going to ride it a little bit.
All right, what do you say to that one, Chris? That the reason why these pictures are out there is because she will...
I got a perfect example. I could see, one of your family members walk in the street and take a picture and say, well, she was out in the street. I can take a picture and put some type of Photoshop or some text. It's usually an edited You know, they usually have a song, or they're putting words in your mouth.
Right. So normally these are Photoshop pictures, and
in this particular case, you know, Frenchie has a medical condition. So she didn't realize the camera was on. She fell asleep while behind the camera, and they screen capped it, and then made a degrading video about it.
Well, someone screen capped it and then passed it along to someone on the board, who then played around with it and put it up on the board. So it's not like we made the video. I had nothing. I just saw the video, but it was put up on the board.
I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm not, the act, the behavior of laughing at stuff like that is not what I feel I'm going to allow on my board.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a board like that, when it's classified as a hater board, now you know why.
But half the board members that post there regularly are on regular boards, so how can it really be a hater board? That's right. I mean, Mikey Boy posts there. So, I mean, Solera posts there.
Why don't we do this? We'll move you over, and then we'll start this thing. It is the Ron and Fez show on a Sunday. Yeah, you don't normally hear crazy-ass radio like this, but we're doing it anyway. It's all the boards being able to sit there, out themselves, and be able to talk about the stuff that happens, Fezzy. Now, as the photoshopping, I would be glad if there's no Photoshop. And I'm talking to you, Photoshop, Mike.
I agree.
You put pictures of us on papers, of course we're going to feel like fucking assholes.
So the Sunday sit-down is going on. This all began when Mouthy Life Chris decided a unity party would be a good idea to try to unite the boards.
Now, where's Chris? Chris, your big thing you're saying out of everybody is go with some of these pictures that went out there.
Well, I think, yes, that is one example. I think any of the boards that do allow the over-the-top personal life type of stuff.
And you think the only two boards would be Fuck the Bag and probably FBA?
Well, they have Wild West policies.
Right.
They let whatever, go.
So, Larry, you wanted to say something, darling?
Well, the over-the-top is Frenchie falling asleep to the tune of Soldier Boy. I'm sorry, there's the line crossed. Maybe you don't like it, but it's a funny video.
Was it Soldier Boy, the new Soldier Boy, or the 1960s Soldier Boy?
The new one.
I don't know.
Okay,
but it's clearly a picture that shows a medical condition, an issue.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a mockery.
It's on her not to turn the cam on.
It was, even if it was a mistake, to exploit the mistake is not fun.
Her stick pic on STI is a picture of her sucking some other girl's tit. I'm sorry.
Lesbianism is not a secret, and that's not something that's a mockery.
So the only way someone could take a pic of Frenchie is to be nice to her? I mean, it's a Soldier Boy overlaid over her falling asleep. It's not a degrading at all. It's just a song, and she's bouncing around to it.
It's also your opinion. So in my opinion, yes, I believe it's over the top, and it's when you see your girlfriend, get hurt over it, or when you see a husband or a wife or a relative get hurt over something like that, it's over the top. And when you are requested to please take it down, it should be taken down.
All right, Earl has that video ready to roll right now. Earl, go ahead. There it is, right there. Made that up. He's just playing a song. Just playing a stupid song. We don't have any video stuff. He's just playing Soldier Boy. But Chris, it does seem like there could be worse things than that one instance, right?
Yeah.
And she did fall asleep in front of a thing. But everybody likes Frenchie, right? Does anyone not like Frenchie? How could you not like Frenchie?
Well, there are really hateful things about her motherhood. There are mostly Fuck the Bag will have a thread that pretty much the whole thread's purpose is to discuss how bad of a mother she is and her own personal life.
She has the ability on Fuck the Bag to join and to defend herself or not.
Absolutely.
Unlike Whack Bag, where they'll allow people to say the worst things about you as a human being and then ban you.
Right.
It's over the top. It shouldn't be allowed.
Fuck the Bag exists.
What's a moderator do? It's supposed to be moderated.
It's not your board.
I understand, but it's my place to speak out against stuff like that.
You can join, and you can say, that's my chick, don't talk about her that way, and you have the ability to do so there.
And if the board is supposed to be structured that way, then wouldn't the moderator be doing their job by allowing it instead of taking it down?
I don't believe a board should be structured like that, and that's what you're asking me.
Your board, and then you have our board.
That's fine.
You know, everyone else has their own board.
You know, your choice. You can do whatever you want on your board. Obviously, you know, we don't make the rules, but your board is a hater board. It's a fact. You guys hate on everything. You guys hate on me. You hate on Chris. You hate on every. When is there anything good said on Fuck the Bag? Ever?
Basically, when Casey announced her pregnancy. In fact, if you look up on Whack Bag, you'll find several posts. If I wrote, congratulations on the abortion from Deadbent, from Sam Adams. No, fuck you, crazy, kill it, stop the bloodline. That's a hater board.
Now, hold on.
Fuck the Bag was always, hey, congratulations, Casey, it's great. We're happy for you and Dave.
Fuck the Bag is positive. I mean, come on. If I wanted to go and look in history of how many negative and nasty things you guys have said about people,
nobody's ever thrown a napkin container at anybody.
Hours and hours.
Nobody takes it out of the reality.
Anybody that gets attention, pretty much, unless they go on Fuck the Bag and post and act like they can accept all the negativity, you hate on whoever it is.
But people are welcome to come onto the board, and they can post on the board, and they can reply, retort, do what they want, but nobody ever does. So,
you guys are insignificant. That's why.
But obviously we're here, and why do you care?
I care when you post negative, nasty things about me or people that I know that I like.
Here's
about
Lee
you
Mel's.
personally.
Let's
Nothing on the board, maybe a post somewhere.
All right, this is Lee Mel's. Lee, what do you mean when you say that their board is insignificant? It's not as many people, or it's not as well read. What does that even mean?
Pretty much like 20 people that like to talk to each other and bash certain people, and they're all from other message boards, but they go on there and it's okay there to like bash people
because they can get away with it there.
49, yeah, that's right.
Right. You know what? And this is something that I'm upset about when you say this, that you go over there to bash people because you don't do it. There are boards, like you say specifically on your board, on Spread the Iris, on Whackbag, if you say anything negative towards someone or that is deemed too aggressive or that is deemed over the line, you're banned from the board, or that thread is closed or deleted.
Unless you're a moderator.
However, if you go to another board where you can actually have a complete conversation, then how is it that this is how does it bother you? That's what you want. You don't want it on your board. So there's another board for it.
That's fine.
Well, why can't a complete conversation have respect for one another? That's what you can have a full conversation about disagreeing with someone without it going all the way to, someone, his mother is a cunt and that they're a bad mother. You could be an adult about it.
But that's why you started. Lee, that's exactly why you started your board, because everything wasn't going the way you wanted it. Everybody wasn't treating you warm and fuzzy, so you went out and that's exactly what you're saying.
I mean, there's conversations on my board that complete. There's plenty of conversations on my board.
His wife, what did she call me? An instigating liar who was always up in everybody's business, who had a huge ego, and all I did was become a fan of myself. Two people I've never met.
Perfect example.
Two
and
people
it was
I've
moderated.
never met. How was it moderated?
10, 15 minutes later, it was completely moved to what we call the dump forum.
That's why I couldn't find it?
Yeah, probably why you couldn't find it.
How was that moderating it?
Let's go over about half the boards are pretty strict about moderating personal attacks on people, and about half are wide open, right?
Yes.
And your point, Solara, even though you've been attacked before, is what's the big deal? Just go to a board where you're, welcome.
Well, I have a specific problem with Whackbag because I've been attacked on Whackbag and I've been banned and not able to reply to it.
All right, let's Zagman deal with that. Zag, what do you say about that one? That she can be attacked on your board, but then can't go on to talk about it because she's banned.
When somebody comes on our board and trolls, which is you're just posting to incite people to engage them into a fight. That's when those are the people that we get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
Those are people that we get banned. Those are the threads that get closed.
So when your members start a thread quoting me and Alki from another board, and I join and I reply as a member since 2002 of Whackbag, I go to that board and I read my name and I reply to that member, I am the one who's banned.
Well,
that's exactly what
happened.
There's a
little red X in the corner that makes everything go away.
So that's your solution.
You know how many boards on all of your boards? I don't know about Chris's boards that have attacked me personally. Have I attacked
you personally?
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the boards. You know what I do? I say, oh, that's nice.
So why are the members that attacked me not banned as well? Wouldn't that be the instigating problem?
Well, because there's a difference between someone who's just coming to troll the board and to
How am I coming to troll the board as a member since 2002 who reads the listening threads every day?
Well,
how am I trolling when I see my name and I reply? Haven't I gone to every event and hung out with you? How am I not participating?
I'm talking about the board.
Yes, I have 400 posts over the course of 5 or 6 years, and I've posted regularly there. I've put up pictures. I've replied to questions. So how am I not a functioning member of the board? Because I don't have 22,000 posts in the listening thread?
Post counts have nothing
So
to
if
do
they
with
have nothing to do with it, how then am I a troll?
Because if you're...
Because I'm not a special member of your board.
Let me answer then. I won't answer.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Are you going to jump in on me? Or
No, I'm listening. Go ahead.
Okay, well, when somebody comes to the board and they want to talk about the show, and on the show, Ron is picking on Dave for some reason, and people are commenting, oh, yeah, Dave is such an ass, and blah, 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 and this and that. And people, you're friends with Dave.
Yes.
I understand that, and I get that. You're friends with real-life Dave. The Dave that we hear on the air might not be the same person that you know in real life. So from that aspect, I can understand you wanting to come in and defend your friend Dave because you've known him for so long, or your friend so-and-so, your friend this and that. But when it comes to the show, which is what we're talking about, which is what the people on the board are talking about, that's the character Dave.
So you're saying the day that Casey's pregnancy was announced, Ron and Fez hoped for her to have an abortion? Because there were 9 pages of reply after reply on your board of some of the vilest things I've ever said to someone who was expecting a baby, and it wasn't moderated.
A lot of
you're saying that on your board I only come in to defend Dave.
And was B-Man 99 banned for posting a miscarriage pic?
Actually, he was.
He was. All right.
Yes, he was.
And Casey is a whore. This is my favorite.
Was banned.
This is my favorite. Just before a woman's wedding, you have a member who posts some of the vilest things I've ever read written about a woman. And that guy's banned for a week, and you have banned Casey for life and me for life. But before a woman's wedding, you have a guy put on the internet some of the biggest collection of lies, rumors, innuendos, insults, like the most hateful woman speak I've ever read. And he's banned for a week, and I'm supposed to go to a party to hang out with that fucktard who spit on her, who threw a napkin dispenser at my friend's head?
Okay, well...
Who's pushed people onto my friends?
Right before that happened, actually months before that happened, apologies were made, things were settled, everyone was laying low.
And she didn't want him at her wedding.
Okay, fine.
Her prerogative.
So
it's okay for him then to say that stuff about her.
Because the internet's a big joke, according to everybody.
That's a joke?
No. You're going to listen to what I'm going to say? Okay, so because the internet's such a big joke, so he posts a picture of the wedding crashers. Haha. Do you really think about this. Do you really think, knowing his history, that he would really show up at the wedding?
Somebody throws a napkin dispenser at somebody in real life?
After months? After Ron throws a cowbell on the air at Dave all the time?
And so he was privately contacted and asked not to attend. And that required a thread full of people with napkin idol and and then people upon people piling on, and not one moderator saying this information shouldn't be out there.
What information?
These lies, these rumors, these innuendos, all of these hateful words against someone who's marrying someone who's part of the show we're fans on shouldn't be on our board. Instead, you've chosen she shouldn't be on your board. So are you fans of the show, or are you fans of yourselves and your friends?
All right, let's let Mikey Boy, who's not involved in this, from RonFez.net, because both these guys are actually heated about the topic, and it's Solera and Zagman from Whackback. Zag has brought up some really good points about who is Dave. Is he a character? Because Casey marries Dave. Does that make her a character on the radio show? What's your feeling on that?
I don't think it does. My personal feeling is, yes, there are things that happen on the show that involve Dave. When it gets further into his personal life, it gets into your personal life, Fez's personal life, Earl's personal life, that's off limits. People who are not part of the show are sort of should be a little more protected. That's my feeling about it.
Well, really early on, when it was just RonFez.net, when it was the first time, I I guess, did we used to run our own Ron and Ron thing, but it was very early on.
Right,
But
yeah.
we ran that ourselves, one of our guys.
Yep.
So it was the first time that I ever saw a fan board. I was amazed immediately how little it had to do with us. Like, from the first day, like, there would be one thing of, hey, I heard this on the show, and then 9 more, people going in their own directions. So very little, no matter, and I think this is probably true of, if you go to a message board about anything, it really becomes about the people on that message board and very little about what brought them together,
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, I think that's definitely, people get to know each other and they have a relationship, they hate each other, things like that, and that does inform everything that happens on the boards, and it does shoot off from that. Yes, I agree with that to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Sorry, you can actually encourage or discourage certain directions as an admin or a moderator, and by doing stuff like that. Like, for instance, we wrote some code or got some code that pretty much, when you click what's the newest post of the day,
right,
we leave certain categories that aren't about the Ron and Fez show so that they don't show up, so that it encourages more show discussion.
But see, here's something that you got to figure out, Chris, that I felt like I got the first day. Once these things happen, you don't have any control. Once there is a piece, like, you want them to say what you want them to say, nice things about your product.
I see what you're saying.
You're out of control as soon as you come on the air and say, here's my product, or go on a board and say, here's my product. No matter how much you want to hold on to that, you have no fucking control whatsoever.
You can encourage and discourage by actions. And your friends usually, support you.
Yeah, but the reality of it is you will hear bad things about yourself. I do, Fez does, everything else. And some of this stuff is true that you just have to get away. And there's another thing that happens is that sometimes certain boards that have been around longer start to turn negative. I don't know whether anybody else has ever seen that. But at a certain point, if you've been a fan of whatever the band has to be, the actor, whatever, people will decide he was better then. And they become like the old board who hates everything new that the person is putting out. And I don't see any way that you can get around that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think that's probably correct. It happens. I don't think it's happened so much on our board, but I've seen it happen on some other boards.
Well, one of the things that probably it's a reflection of you. I think if you know what I mean? If you or somebody else that was running the board decides to become negative, now you've got a negative board. Just in the same way that fans of the show somewhat reflect what is happening on the air. All these boards reflect the philosophies of the people that are running the boards. Not 100%, but I mean, we're talking about all fans of the same radio station, and yet there's different philosophies all around. The only way that's going to happen is if there's some kind of, I was going to say alpha male, but I'll say alpha leader because Solera's here. So, Solera, a lot of this stuff that you're saying is beef has really stuff that happened in real life to you.
Yes, and beyond, I mean, I don't think anything that's happened has made any single person here say, I'm not going to listen to the Ron and Fez show, so I don't see why the Ron and Fez show has to throw a unity party. I've never, I'm on Pal Talk. I listen to the show every day. We have a great time. They have their room where they sit and they enjoy the show, and everyone goes there. I'm not going to talk about the show 24 hours a day, though, so the message boards become where you interact with people because you laugh with each other and you go to events and you have fun with each other. Mm-hmm. This whole unity party really pissed me off because then here we are talking about stuff that I'd rather not.
Right.
Honestly, throw out for everyone to hear. I think it's personal stuff. I think it's unfair. I think the timing on your part was awful. I think the fact that there are some people sitting here, calling it the high road party or the unity party implies that other people who aren't on board with it are assholes for not being on board with it. And I'm not an asshole. As a matter of fact, everyone in this room is a good friend of mine, except for, wow, I can't see one person who I haven't known for some time now and have interacted with. But my favorite is when I read the boards, the divisive factor is who? Me, Missy, Deb, and his wife. And it's after some time you read it enough and it pisses you off because you know what you are.
I don't see that. I don't. I didn't see
Dense,
an idea purge stuff onto the Ron and Fez show. I didn't see myself request that this was going to fix. No, actually, that first argument I had with Dave made clear that this party was not really designed to fix a problem that most likely cannot really be fixed. But it was a nice gesture and a nice notion. It would be nice, that's all it was. And people are, directly relating me to some type of animosity or create, like, as if I was promoting hostility. I'm not promoting hostility. I'm promoting unity. Regardless of how you feel about it or how you react to that.
But here's the thing, Chris. If there really was unity, why would you have left any of the other boards? Why would you feel the need to have your own board? Martin
was just the title of the party, actually.
I understand, but Martin's where he wants to be because he wants to hang with his friends. Lee's where he wants to be because he wants to hang with friends. And, well, Inky,
I don't think there should be one board,
I like Inky's friends best.
I don't think the board should unite into one board. I mean, we're all fans. It was just the title of the party, really.
Right.
Honestly, it was the title of the party.
Yeah. Lee Mells.
I think the title of the party was probably a bad choice, and yeah, the timing was bad, but generally the party is just to have fun. Whatever. Certain people don't want to go to certain parties, which kind of sucks, but he was trying to drop the drama for a night and just have fun.
Very easy to do.
Just have a party at bar night. Friday night.
And some people aren't going to attend.
Some people will.
Nobody was called a hater for not attending.
Really? Because that's exactly why I had my huge. It never happened until the baby fuck party. Never ever happened.
I will say that I did hear from people that were really kind of annoyed that not enough RonFez.net people came to that party.
I've never taken attendance ever, personally.
Most people, no, it generally doesn't happen. It's been happening recently, and it's kind of dumb.
Being pointed at me is all
no, it's not being pointed at you, Chris. It's just something maybe stating a fact. That's the way. And when you have this unity party and you say, okay, which boards are on board, which ones aren't, that's going to smack of these people are on board, these people aren't. Look at the haters; they're not on board.
But I'm also saying everybody's invited, including all listeners that don't have.
I understand that, Chris. But when you set this thing up. You got Radio Gold fans, you got Whackbag, and you're like, we need you on board for this too. I'm like, well, no, because it's all about dividing people. If you're just like, these boards aren't, these boards aren't, these boards aren't. So I didn't jump on at that point for that very reason. Okay.
I'll be the first to tell you that in an atmosphere that maybe doesn't want unity, that the word unity might, obviously backfire. But at the same time, I don't see a reason why we can't call a fun-loving party unity now, and then just I don't.
Do you? Is there any parties you don't show up for, Chris?
No, you know that. I wasn't invited to maybe the Rock a Luau, but that was private.
That party was amazing. Yeah, here's Lee.
It's great.
Can we officially change the name of the party to Spread the Iris's first official party? And then maybe some of the drama. Well, some people might.
If we do that, I won't go. I will not go.
Ron and Fez Fans Appreciation Party?
Oh, God, that's so long.
Yeah.
You're going to have to make an acronym, and there's no vowels there. RF.
All right, Fezzy, we have...
that doesn't work. FRAP.
We're putting together a little Sunday afternoon with everybody speaking their piece. So many different boards represented here.
With the Sunday sit-down, we got RonFez.net is represented here, RonFezFans.com, FullBlownAids.com, Whackbag, RadioGoldFans.com, RFComb, that's the couples board represented, Fuck the Bag, and FBA.com, and RonandFezShow.net, all represented.
Does anybody feel like they haven't been able to say their piece here today? Does somebody's got something's hanging? So a lot of this, Chris... It seems like it has to do just with this party, but then we're finding out there's all these other personal things involved.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. Here's somebody that does want to give... I said probably we'd take some phone calls, but look who's on the hotline here. It's Anthony.
Hey, how you doing there?
What do you say, Ant?
Hey, buddy.
I've been listening to the show. Also, I had to log on to the Ron and Fez show Pal Talk room under an assumed name because the second they found out it was me, I was booted out of there. So that tells you the kind of tension that's going on there. This should actually be the biggest bullshit party ever, because no one's fessing up to anything on here. Everyone's trying to be fucking diplomatic, and they're all being lying, phony motherfuckers. Because the bottom line is, every fucking one of these boards bash the shit out of each other, the show, other people on the boards to some extent. And I'm not saying everyone. It's never everybody on one board. Like you go to FBA and everyone there is an asshole. No, I got friends that are on FBA. I never fucking said that. But the truth of the matter is you go there and there are certain people and you know who they are and they bash the fucking shit out of you for no reason. For none other than I could see that we have a show where the people are very accessible. Like, I'm on Pal Talk all the time. I love going out to the bars, to the parties. I go on message boards. And for some reason, it leaves people with this belief that they have carte blanche to talk about my girlfriend, my friends, my mother, whatever. And then people, and Solera, I'll call you out on this. You say that, it was brought up that Casey got a hanger from some people from Whackbag. I have no idea about that, but if she did, yeah, that's terrible. But there's 50 other fucking terrible things going on for me, you personally, my friends, my family. So what the fuck is that about? Everyone's being so phony. Oh, it's a unity party. Well, we try to moderate these things. And then when you brought up the point of perhaps if you left everything unmoderated, that people can then comment on it. Impossible. There's no way you can go head-to-head on a message board when someone's bashing the shit out of you in a reasonable, logical way. I've tried it. It doesn't work. You try to say, what's your problem? What happened? I thought we were friends, and you get your girlfriend's a fucking cunt or slut. How do you then fight that? No, she isn't. Yes, she is. 15 pages later, are we fucking through? This is all just bullshit. That's why I barely go to any of these anymore. I do sometimes go to the Whackbag Photoshop thing. That seems safe. It's a little bit of fun. But I try to steer clear of any other fucking board. That fuck the bag board, by the way, just ruthless, fucking nasty shit about people. And I'm not even talking people I don't even know. It's not people I care about. There are, believe me. But people I don't even know, they're bringing up their wives and mothers and girlfriends for no fucking good reason. So this, from what I see, this is bullshit. It's all just bullshit. And Alky's on here now. I'm being accused of everything from doing a shitty show to giving out social security numbers on the air, on message boards. I don't know where this fucking shit comes from. I've read nothing but bullshit about me, my girlfriend, my friends, Marissa, Danny. Everything comes up that, and then these hypocritical motherfuckers will say, "Oh, you can't take it." And the second something negative is posted about them or their friends, they throw a fucking shit fit. Yeah, did I talk enough?
All right, yeah, and let me ask you this, because you got into this the same way I did. You fucking walked through the door years ago going, let's be friends with the listeners. Because,
you're accessible.
Yeah, because before message boards, we never would have met any of you guys. You would be people that occasionally called. When I worked in Florida with Fez, we went out and did tons of gigs, but never met people one-on-one. After the message board, you start to say, hey, when you come out, make sure you introduce yourselves. You start to exchange emails.
Yeah.
And it was really fun. When do you think it started to go south, Ant? When did it kind of turn mean?
I think once you do become very accessible, you're going out, you're hanging out, and you give certain people, I think they feel that they have a power base, and I'm not holier than thou. I don't know if I'm not judging people, but they get these attitudes. One in particular, everyone knows who it is. I don't want to give him the satisfaction to give his fucking name out, but everyone knows who it is. This motherfucker was a friend with somebody who we used to go on Pal Talk, and he was very funny on there and everything, and then for no apparent reason turned into one of the most vicious motherfuckers. And I'm not being a pussy not saying his name. I just don't want to give him the satisfaction because he thinks he's a fucking star. Yeah, I'm looking at Pal Talk right now. White trash millionaire. Good. I'm proud to be that. Alky is doing nothing but crucifying me, calling me a liar. What the fuck did I do? And there's this whole controversy about some social security number that they're saying I'm not bringing up because there's a legal issue. There's nothing legal going on. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. There's drama going on here that I have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. But I've been reading this. It's been scrolling in front of me. Alky's doing nothing but bashing me. He's praising Solera and bashing me. That's, fine. It's his wife. He's supposed to do that, I guess. But I'm reading more bullshit about me than ever.
So you just don't really go on anymore.
Yeah, it's made it so I don't want to go on. And I don't care if they bash the show. That's fine. If they say that's something I can get on and say, dude, you didn't get it, or you don't like it, or fuck you, your sense of humor sucks, or something. But when it's like your fucking girlfriend's a slut, or a cunt, or you're fucking this one, or this, it's all personal bullshit. That's fine and dandy. But the second somebody from another message board says something bad about them or their friends, then it's a bigger issue. For some reason. And I think it is the accessibility we've given everybody, which, I'm not going to give that up. I like hanging out, with the listeners. It's a lot of fun for the most part, but everyone is fucking phony because I've been to some of these parties and no one says a word to you when you see them to their face.
Well, you know what? We've got everybody sitting here and everybody's been pretty quiet since you called, but is anybody surprised that a person like Ant would be hurt by some of this stuff that was said, or is that kind of surprising to you? How about you, Solera?
Well, what's surprising to me is he's accusing me of being a liar when I was banned from the live room without so much as an explanation and apparently labeled some type of liar and hater out of nowhere.
Out of where?
And this is the first time he's actually discussed this at all with me, even though I've been very clear as to what happened as far as my end goes.
And this is on a Pal Talk thing?
Yes.
For Whackbag and stuff, getting banned from there, and that goes two ways. It's a two-way street because some people said nasty shit and they got banned from fucking FBA.
I'm not a moderator on FBA.
Yeah, so? But you post
I
on
have.
there?
I don't even know what that means. I have no power anywhere but RF Comb.
You didn't let me finish.
Okay.
I said because you go on FBA, or you go on Whackbag, or I'll go on FBA, or someone else, let's say Marissa goes on FBA, or somebody else goes on there and posts something that isn't liked. They're fucking banned. And then you go over to Whackbag and respond to it by calling people nasty words, cunt, whatever the fuck, and then you're surprised that you got banned?
Actually,
wait. Your fucking counterpart got banned on the other board. So why the fuck do you expect to be able to go on any board you want, say what you want, and not get banned?
Okay, the only reason I responded on Whackbag was because my birthday party was being discussed, and your girl Marissa was taking quotes that I had in Pal Talk out of context and posting it on their board. And I did not call her a cunt. I just said leave my party out of it.
Well, she got banned from fucking the board that you guys frequent.
What are you talking about? I don't know where she gets banned from. I'm not a moderator on any board but RF Comb.
Well, she's not a moderator on Whackbag.
No, but she herself told me that she got me banned, and you got me banned from the live room. Why? This is silliness.
I didn't get you fucking banned. What the fuck is? I got time to get people fucking banned? Are you insane?
I'm banned from the live room.
I don't have time for that shit.
But you did it. You banned me from the live room. You found the time for it.
Banned from the fucking live room.
She said you did it.
Who said I did what?
Marissa.
Who said I did what?
That you banned me from the live room.
I didn't ban you from the live room.
Okay.
Look, I'll fucking call your name up. You could come back in the live room.
I'm not going to go now.
You're not going to go now.
It's not even the point. Is that it starts out of nowhere, and you're calling all angry, and I don't remember saying one thing bad about you, your girlfriend, or your show.
Exactly.
I had an issue with Marissa.
You know what did the bottom line was for, I think, you and Alky and me, because we were very friendly.
I found it really shocking that all of this had to come to this.
It was the friendship with a certain dickbag that was posting heinous shit about my loved ones, and I would look in the thread, and there you are. You are. Or there's Alky saying something, or
that's not true, because I love Melinda, actually, and when OA.com got shut down, I spent a whole night posting in her defense and saying how everyone was a dick. At a certain point, though, with 11 boards and everybody's saying things on 11 different boards, I cannot be the defender of all things said bad about someone. Every so often I'll see something and I'll say it if I think it's out of place, and if I don't, I'll let it go. But I can't spend hours and hours. I have Pal Talk drinking to do. I have parties to have.
You know, let me go over to Mikey Boy about this, who always keeps a cooler head. Do you think a lot of the negativity started with Pal Talk and the listing threads, and it's almost like the old AOL chat room, only it stays there forever? So any thought that people have, any joke, anything just spills out and it just stays. I mean, if my fucking show stayed around as a text all day, people would go back and read it and go, wait a minute, that motherfucker, you know what I mean? But because mine happens in real time and it disappears, it gets forgotten about.
I'm not sure about that. I mean, I think it probably is a factor, but I think it's making it too much of a scapegoat to say that is the real problem.
What do you think the problem is then, Mikey?
I don't know. I think it's just maybe there just certain people aren't getting, just the animosity sometimes off of the boards hits the board. Sometimes animosity is created on the boards because you've got a certain amount of anonymity and certain amount of bravery you wouldn't have face-to-face kind of situation. And the fan base is just so splintered at this point. I don't know. I'm not really sure what exactly is, but that might be part of it.
And has it been surprising for you to see this thing kind of turn over the last couple of years?
Yeah, there's a whole shitload of boards. I think less and less people frequent a lot of them. They goof. I just read the scrolls. I got people ragging me so bad, personal shit going up on Pal Talk right now in the Ron and Fez show room. From assholes, telling me where I should be, how I should die, whatever. But I think, and they goof that I say it's the same 10 people on there. I'm not being literal, but it's a very small portion of, especially the entire audience, but even message board people. It's a very small minority of people that really bash the shit out of us personally.
And no one ever walks up to you at a party and says this, right?
No, no one would ever.
And I don't see any of the people here saying anything negative.
Faces.
I mean, this is people from every board.
They just don't. Ant is a flaming homo. That's a good one. It's really not. They wouldn't come up to you and say shit like that. It's ridiculous. That's why it's so phony. And it is a small minority of people that do it. They like to think they have this big power base, but they really don't. And they wonder why they're acknowledged. It's just people bring it up, and it's the viciousness of it that's really just amazes me. It's only gotten worse. It's people splinter off to another message board, decide they don't want any rules, man. And by no rules, it means don't fuck with people that we like on the board, but you can fuck with everyone else. That's what no rules means on the board, which is fine, but don't expect me to fucking plug it on the air then. Don't expect me to talk about it. Don't expect me to visit it and fucking post there and talk about the people on it. I'm not going to do that. And then when I don't do that, they go, oh, look, he's fucking being an elitist. He's not plugging this. He's just talking about, whack bag or wherever he goes. Well, yeah, asshole, yeah. I'm not going to go to a board that just bashes the fuck out of me and the people I care about. I'm going to go to a board that, they could, like I said before, bash the show, talk about the show open and honestly. That's fine. I'll comment on that. But why the fuck am I going to a board that calls my girlfriend a cunt, that says horrible things about my mother? Why am I plugging that board or going there or talking about the people on that board? Now,
Zagman, you could agree with that?
Absolutely.
But at the same time, you were okay with Dave's wife getting bashed. You know what I mean? So it's really the same exact thing Anthony's saying.
Dave's wife being bashed, as far as what was being talked about on the air, or as far as
no, whatever the thread was that had them upset. Tell you the truth, I didn't even read it. But these guys were angry about real life stuff that came up on your board, and you're agreeing that Anthony's going, yes, the chicks should be off the table.
At the same time, I mean, they brought their wedding to the radio. They brought a lot of their personal life to the radio.
I agree, so but Aunt's chick's been on my show and she's friends with me, and I think she's funny, and I would never, say anything personal. First of all, for me, if that's your chick, that's your chick. That's just the way I feel about it. You know what I mean? Most of these people, actually everybody in this room, I'm really fond of. And if you came in and said, this is my wife or this is my kid, I'm going to be 100%, a gentleman to them.
But some of it is also that there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. A lot of the Pal Talk, the AIM chats, and this and that, where people do get into arguments, and then they bring that to
Whack Bag.
Right. And not just to Whack Bag, they bring it to all the boards.
Right.
some boards deal with it differently than Whackbag.
And I hear Anthony paying too much attention to whatever's going on Pal Talk right now. There's no reason in the world that he should be sitting there reading that shit. You know?
You're right. You're right. I should just not be reading it. Yeah. But you know something? It's one of the things. I like the technology. I like being able to pop on and pop cameras up and look at the fans and talk with them and shit. And I think that's really cool.
Right.
But there's a part of it where, the fucking drama just gets to be too much. And then you go into another room and people go, oh, he's being an elitist. He doesn't want to hang out in this room anymore. Well, again, I'm not going to sit there while people just fucking bash the shit out of me personally. Who cares, So I move on.
Anybody disagree with that, Enki?
Oh, I'm not disagreeing with Ant, but I mean, obviously, I want, as co-owner of FBA, I mean, obviously, he's got problems with my side, and rightfully so.
I've had some issues
obviously,
with the board, I just, before you speak, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, but just for 2 seconds about FBA, I want to make it clear. I never said I hate fucking everyone on FBA. I hate FBA. The parties you guys, the parking lot parties you guys threw, I had the best time at those fucking parties.
Oh, and I'm not arguing. I'm telling you, what I'm saying is, for myself, it's hard as an owner where you toe that line for the absolute freedom. We want to give people the opportunity to say what they feel, and let those rules go. But I mean, once somebody starts saying shit, there's really not much we can do. And as far as not plugging us, I wouldn't expect it to. I don't ask it to. It's part of it's part of how I've accepted and we've accepted to run the site.
Yeah,
it's not hard.
Then I don't. I don't run the fucking internet. So
absolutely, what I'm saying is, it's just the reasons that things are the way they are is not as a whole. Everybody's individual. My feelings about the show are obviously opposite from my partners, and you do what you can.
Again, here I have to quote somebody because I'm reading the text going by. It says I dump out of FBA mentions. When people call up and plug FBA. Yes,
I don't blame you. I probably would if I was you too.
And does that mean I hate everyone on FBA and hate everything that they fucking print? No, but there's enough negative shit on there and people that don't fucking like me personally and write nasty personal shit about me. And because that's the way you run your board, it's not moderated out. Fine. I'm not going to mention it. I don't want it mentioned on my fucking show.
Oh, no, that's fine. I just want to make it understood why it is that way. It's the policy that we've chose to stick by.
All right. Fine. I just won't go there. And that's where that ends. We'll have to agree to disagree.
This is basically my point. This is all pointing to the fact, what I was trying to say is the personal family attacks, the personal things, there should be a line. There should be protecting the loved ones
Chris,
of the show members.
Yes, and you're an adult, and you're wearing those sneakers. So, you're not going to get left alone.
Ron, these are Starberries.
They're a 4-year-old shoe. Martin, you agree with everything Ant said? You disagree?
Yes, I agree. And if he doesn't like a board, he shouldn't have to plug it. He shouldn't have to go there.
Most of the time with your board, you say, please, guys, don't have guys from other boards on. When I go to read your thing, you're like, why is Chris on there? Why is this person on? You hate to hear people from anybody
Yeah,
outside.
we just like our little in group.
Yeah.
But you can come on and join up.
No,
see if we like it.
I can't.
You're a mon on Spread the Iris.
Yeah, I've never been there. Yeah. All right, Ant, thanks for calling, buddy.
No problem, man. Take it easy.
All right, I'll talk to you later when I have on radio critics, and we'll bring you on for that one. See you, buddy. All right, there's Anthony from the O&A show, who, again, I have never seen anybody go out of their way as much as him to, meet everybody who listens to the show, interact with everybody who listens to the show, and quite frankly, you could tell from listening to him that his feelings are legitimately hurt. Does anybody in this room feel like they get that? Let me go over to Goat. I think, did he attack your board too?
He did.
And you got pretty quiet, Goat.
Well, I mean, I've been on other boards that he's not a big fan of also, currently. Mm-hmm. I mean, the thing is, I get the whole personal angle, but if you haven't met them personally and everything, all the information is strictly gotten from postings on the boards, I don't necessarily see it as that personal. You know, I'm sure there's people that don't like me, people talk about me, and that's fine, but I don't really go to those boards. So if I go somewhere and I see something I don't like, I don't go.
Well, the other misnomer, too, is that I couldn't go on the board and attack Goatweed because he's a moderator.
Right, and he
I could go over
absolutely
there
could.
and talk about his foreskin as much as I want.
Thank you. You know, we almost went through the whole thing.
Here comes Lee Mills. He disagrees.
I've been a member for Ron Fez show, whatever you want to call your site, the 5 different names you have. I was a member before Goatweed, and I was banned within 10 minutes because I got into a thread and started, I guess I was bashing you guys, but yeah, I was banned from your site within 10 minutes.
And if I went over to your site and posted bashing you, you'd ban me in 10 minutes too, right? So there you go.
No, not bashing me. We move it to the dump room.
I don't know. I don't even know.
I don't know. Giving you a plug. It's the 55-gallon drum. No, what I was saying, you can bash me on my site. It's going to be moved to a certain section, but it's not going to be edited. If you continuously try to start trouble and mess with members of my board, yeah, you'll be banned.
See, I didn't even know you were banned from that. The only way I know you is the phone call where you were, who was it, Legit Bill, and you were telling him how he should never post on any other board. I don't know. That's all I know about you.
Taken out of context. It was exactly what
Solera, you got a little quiet. You look like
It was
like
a recording.
You,
How is it not exactly what you said?
What'd you say?
Solera, you look like you feel a little upset since the ant call.
I think it's bullshit for after a month and a half for you to call on air when I can't talk back to you when I've been on Pal Talk every night and I've been banned the whole time.
And you want to talk to him, you're saying?
I basically posted exactly what I felt, but apparently apparently I'm now being accused of saying things about his chick.
Right.
Which isn't the case. And I dare anyone to find the post where I've said anything about Melinda.
All right, let me go over to Dave, too, and I guess this thing's starting to roll out a little bit. But, David, you're the only person who, I think, between all the shows here, has ever been a longtime board member and then became a member of the show.
Yeah.
Before that?
Yep.
Did you ever used to do the bashing?
No, I never did bashing.
I'm going to check. I've got Mikey Boy right here.
I don't remember Dave bashing. Most of his posts were kind of nonsensical.
Just alcoholic talk.
A lot of drinking and posting, drugging and posting.
3 a.m. stuff.
Non-sleeping and posting.
No, you were hanging out in the ronfez.net when it was kind of rah-rah, happy.
Yeah.
Anything that's happening on the show.
It was more a special place.
Like, hey, I can't believe it. Then if anyone from the site got on the show, hey, way to go.
Right.
You sounded great on there.
Yeah.
And it was all very positive and happy. At a certain point, I guess everybody got used to it. And then the critique started, and then ugliness. Now with you feel like half the boards bash you and bash you bad, right?
Yeah, bash me bad.
And what you're saying is really not unlike what Anthony's saying or even what Chris is saying.
I actually don't mind when people, because I'm used to it if people are like, Dave really sucks, dog dick and shit like that.
Right.
But, the attacks on my wife or my mom, which are popular, does upset me because I don't think that they need it. But again, I know that I bring them up on the air. It's just that they don't bring themselves up on the air.
But I'll say this, your mom has it coming.
Okay.
But,
True. Why?
Huh?
She's an old woman.
She came in and ruined the show. But yeah, you did bring those people to the air as well.
Yeah, I did. I did. But, that's because I thought it would, just make a more complete version of myself.
Yeah.
And it just thought at times they had entertaining things to say.
Are you surprised? Zach, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say that it's obviously like Anthony said, it's not always every member or no members. A lot of the members who do hate Dave on Whackbag, they feel that the show has become the Ron and Dave show, and they like the Ron and Fez show, and they miss the Ron and Fez show, and I think that kind of leads to what's Dave going to do now? Oh, now he's doing this. Oh, now so that it's kind of like the snowball effect where
and and I agree. I think that's a legitimate criticism, and it's one that we talk about. And the stuff of I want to hear more Fez or what about the bits? Yeah, I think we all have that fucking coming to us. But how does that go from that point, which I agree with, to whatever it is about his family that hurts him?
The only thing that I can see as far as leading to that path is, when people are at that point, they're at that frustration point of I can't send Dave on the air. Oh, now he's going to talk about his wife. Oh, now he's going to talk about their kid. And then because Whackbag is primarily an O&A fan site, there's that darker side, that darker humor that comes in. And yes, some people out there are doing a bit, just like, on the air,
Right.
do a bit or a character. There probably are some people who really, truly think that and believe that. But as an admin, as moderators, we have to be the ones to say, okay, well, yeah, this kind of fits in with the thread and what, the general consensus is, whereas some of the times are,
Right.
okay, this is clearly over the line.
Yeah.
Again, going back to an I Am conversation you and I had a few weeks ago, where after Solaire and I had spoken, somebody had, you had told me of this thing with the hanger. Obviously, that was clearly over the line and disgusting. And I think I emailed just about everybody. I didn't have your email, Dave, but I found you on Ron, because, that's definitely somebody who didn't take, sees the difference between the radio and reality, and definitely would have went so far. But then,
particularly if the person's home, it shows up instead of here, because then immediately the police are going to be involved, because nobody knows who's out there.
But and tying into that, I come to find out after the fact that never happened. That said event never happened is what I was told. So obviously there's people out there that hate Whackbag, that hate this and that
Right.
can go and say it's from Whackbag, or do this
Right.
instant feedback and whatever. But
Well, how did you become aware of something that the police happened that didn't happen?
it was when I was talking with Steve C about something completely different, and we got onto that conversation, and that came up, and I said, I just found out, because he had kind of been asking me, did you hear about this or that? And when I at that point I hadn't heard, and then after I spoke with Solera, then I heard about this. I went to Steve and I said, I'm so sorry. I said, this is the first time hearing about it. It's obviously not compliments of Whackbag. I saw you online, and I IM'd you, and because I personally felt like shit, because this supposedly happened. Afterwards, came back, Steve had said to me, well, I found out that it didn't actually happen. So that's where...
Dave, did it happen or not?
Some with a hanger?
Yeah.
No, but,
Something did show up at your house?
There has been shit that has been sent to my private residence that could be deemed threatening, violently threatening, which is a little
But no
bit
matter what it is, if
bullshit.
it's a fucking birthday card, you don't want it showing up to your house.
Right.
Trust me.
Yeah.
I've been in this business a long time. Yeah, here's a nice place to meet everybody.
Yeah.
But,
Right.
and I have had people fucking show up at my house before. I have had, to do all kinds of weird shit before when I lived in Florida, where psycho was the norm for everybody, After a while, you don't want to order pizza under your own fucking name, because, what lunatic doesn't own a fucking TV? You're sitting there with a radio up to your ear all day. You got to be a maniac. All right, I think, Chris, we've taken this. It looks like there won't be any unity party.
Yep. I guess not.
And the way it's starting to look right now, and I'm not blaming you, but I just don't see that there's any unity with you. I think we can't have a you in unity. But I think you did try, you tried to do it the right way. And for whatever reason, with a lot of these people, whatever you do kind of blows up on you.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I understand.
Mikey boy, anything you need to add?
No. I would say that it seems trying to unify the attempt to try to unify these boards really comes down to trying to get everyone to manage their boards the same way, and I don't think that's at all possible. And I think one of the reasons people choose the boards they do is because they like the way things are run.
Right.
So I mean, it's coming down to something that really isn't a question of getting everybody together as much as you don't agree with the way you get treated on these boards, for one, or people you care about. And it's unfortunate, and you can't do anything about it. I can't do anything about it. I run my board, and that's all I do.
Well, any personal, it's not just me.
I understand, but these boards are run a different way, and you have no control over whether or not how these things are run. And you're not going to get anybody in this room to change the way they run their board, because we've been most likely. I mean, we've been doing this for a while now, and you find a place where you want it to be.
You've been doing it for a very long time. Let's just say, how many years?
I've been on staff for almost 4 years now.
And you've learned pretty much from mistakes and trial and error, and still you make sure to moderate personal attacks.
I do, but that's
his
our board. That's what we do.
Yeah,
That's what we
I
do.
understand that. What I'm just trying to say that to me, it's better to be that way, and that's how I'm also running my board.
Okay. And I agree, but it's just like the same way with the radio show. I don't have any fucking say of what O&A do or Rush Limbaugh does. It goes on and on. There's nothing I can do about it.
That's true.
And the same way. All right, Goatweed?
Well, 2 points. As far as personal attacks go, as long as the attacks don't end up at people's doorstep, for example, that kind of thing is a little creepy, and that's a definite line that should not be crossed. I know I've never done it. Nobody has my address. I don't want anybody else's address. But as far as things that are posted, Pal Talk caps, whatever, if it's out there, you can only expect, if somebody's going to see it, someone's going to jump on it. If I were on Pal Talk 24/7 or 10/7, whatever, I'm sure. I mean, a gag already came up today. So, I'm sure other things would come up and it would come back to me. But that's why I don't go on there.
I would guess that if the girl, if Frenchie doesn't want her breast being shown on the internet on a thread, which is something particular, she does not want someone to be able to Google something. You can't do that on Pal Talk. She personally requested that it come down, so I'm hoping that you would at least take it down. That's something that...
Well, personally, I really have no buttons. I'm not a mod there. I'm just the rep.
No, I'm just saying.
Hey, Chris.
But,
Chris, we all love Frenchie, but we've all seen her breasts. It's nothing she needs to worry about.
It got out there,
I hear you.
Right.
Solera?
I hope we can all go out to parties and get drunk in the near future and not name it anything.
Not name it anything at all.
Just go to bar nights and have a good time.
Martin, the Emmy Award winner from Ron and Fez Show.net.
I'm going out on a limb. I'm going to agree with Mikey Boy and Goatweed and Solera. I think what they said was perfect. So.
All right, perfect. Chris, you need anything, bud?
Nah.
All right. Zagman from Whackbag, good job today, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I just like Mikey Boy said, I think that we all run things our own way, and if we can maybe not bleed into each other and, go out to the other person's home, essentially, and, attack them there, then, we can all live happily together.
Sounds nice. Enki.
Let's stop taking shit so seriously that we wind up doing ridiculous Sunday radio.
You know what? I was going to bring this up, but this is the first of the series. I really have nothing to do on the weekends. This is how I walk around my living room, just talking to my chick and my kids. And Liam Ellis, as always.
I think it's ironic that the one board that causes most of the bullshit that goes on with these message boards, their true representation isn't here.
Okay,
but I agree with everybody that they should run the board the way they want to run the board. It's their board.
You're saying you didn't have any problem with the Goatweed, but the people who run his board?
Not particularly, no.
Yeah.
But I would have liked to seen two other people here, but...
I believe they couldn't make it due to geographic situations. They just couldn't be here. The short notice.
Anybody to know what they looked like or whatever. Yeah.
Well, that's the real life versus the internet thing. I mean, come on, you're trying to bring it over. Come on, bring it to me. Real life. I mean, have fun. Exactly. I'm with Inky.
And pictures of Sin Fiction are available on our board and FBA, actually, I think.
King Hippo's Band-Aid.
But
That's from RF.net. They look like twins.
Really?
Yeah. No one cares about this, but King Hippo's going to be happy I got his name on the air.
Well, that's the important thing.
David, do you feel like you got some things off your chest today?
I did. I hope that Whackbag understands where I'm coming from. I actually feel good about today's meeting. Call me gay or something.
Gay?
I'm just kidding.
No, it has nothing to do with that.
No.
Some of the other stuff I saw, Fez pissing in your ass.
You're right. That is one message board that...
Really? And you're going to worry about anything with Frenchie and that picture's out? Guys, Zach.
For any of the members of Whackbag that are listening, and I'm obviously sitting in the studio here with all these guys and with Dave, and for the people who can't seem to separate between the radio and real life, Dave's a really nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I've been in a studio, I don't think other times that I've been here that you've known that I was stagnant from Whackbag, but you've always treated me the same, and always treated me with respect, and like person to a person, human to human.
And you know what? It's almost like the same people who post, like people who told me, watch out for Goatweed when Goatweed gets there. He's a fucking very cool, respectful, good guy. I get my own emails. I got my own spice.
3016.
Yeah.
Let's have a party.
Pitsy, you need to check the wireless mic.
What's that, Fez?
We just had a technical problem with that one mic.
Okay, so all that wasn't on the air?
No, it was fine. No, everything got on the air. We just had a hissing problem.
All right.
That mic needed to be switched out.
All right, well, thanks a lot, everybody, for coming out. There will be no unity party, though. So,
well, that's been decided.
Yeah.
If everyone could unite and be happy about that, that'd be cool.
You know what we want to do? We want to start our own mafia-like family, just the people in this room, where we'll go out and kill people. Thanks a lot for listening, everybody. The Angel Fuck Girls came in and they're waving from outside, but they did not want to come on air. But they just came in to check it out. Thanks a lot for coming out. I appreciate it. And now we'll all leave here and go read all the mean shit that's written about us on the internet. Thanks a lot. Take care.
It's the Ron and Fez Show on XM 202.